All right, Fang-Or confirmed. That's going to be what we get on Mattel Creations. I was kind of hoping for Lady Slither, if I'm going to be completely honest. But either way, this guy is awesome, and he's our next exclusive purchase. Let's see him. So yeah, I knew it was going to be one of two things. I kind of looked and saw that there was one Motu definite posting. There's a couple Mattel Creation postings, and you never know what those are going to be. But as far as I could tell, as far as we could tell, there's one guaranteed Motu thing on exclusive for Mattel Creations this month, and that's going to be on the 8th, and it's going to be Fang-Or. Now, I was under the impression it could be one of two possible things coming this close the way that it was, especially after the reveals that we got. I was thinking either Fang-Or or Lady Slither, and I was honestly hoping Lady Slither. That's the one that I was hoping more than anything because she looks fantastic. Like, she looks so cool, and I love the whole serpent body thing. It's so cool. It's such a cool look, and it very much reminds me of one of the enemies from, it reminds me of the Medusa that you fight in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's so cool. It's such a cool design. But this dude is no slouch either. Now, let's go ahead and get into it, because I have only seen a few images here and there. I, for the most part, stay away from stuff. I see that something's coming out, and then I kind of leave it alone, and then I don't really look at all the images that come out. I'm not crazy like that in terms of I've got to take everything in. I try to relax a little bit and kind of put it to the background, and that's so that I can do these videos and actually get real on-the-spot interactions and, or rather, impressions. And that's what we're going to do. Let's check this guy out. So there he is. Countdown is already up, and we are looking at only 5 days. Well, 5 days and 16 hours and 48 minutes and 31 seconds, if we want to get all super technical about this. But regardless, there he is, and let's do this. This will also be the first time that I've really seen him. I've only seen about one major image. So this guy is launching at $20. I don't know whether to call this guy a deluxe or if we should just call, I mean, he's exclusive, yeah, but $20, does that mean that we've seen a price increase on what these guys cost, or is it just the fact that he's on as an exclusive? I'm curious about that. At $20, these guys are going to start costing exactly, that's if this is a new price. If this is the new price and this holds steady, then $20 would put these guys at the same as McFarlane toys. For what well, some of the McFarlane toys have also gone up. But I mean, I got the Batman from Nightfall. Which is, oh my god, that's such a good Batman. Video coming up, by the way, on that. That is such a good Batman, and he was $20. So you get what I'm saying? That means that as of now, if this price reigns true right here, then we should expect that Origins and McFarlane toys, the DC Multiverse toys, are the same quality. Arguments to be made there as to whether or not that's actually true, but yeah. Before we do this, let me see if I can scroll down and find some, look at that. Look at that. Man, I like these segmented legs here, kind of like snake skin. I like that it's up on his arms too. That's pretty cool. I really like this armor. That's nice. Of course, he's got the big fangs and everything. That sword is awesome. That's really cool. That's a mean, hard sword right there. I don't know what that's called. I actually think that has a specific name, but I don't know what it is. Not sure I'm keen on his wrestling belt necessarily, though. I don't think that excites me in any way whatsoever, but it's there. Okay, go down a little further here. Man, this is cool. This He-Man is really cool, by the way, too. This is a He-Man that I wouldn't mind having in general on the shelf as well. I think the snake armor He-Man is really cool. We're, of course, going to get a new mini-comic because we always do. Can we click on these? Oh, it just takes us back to... that's fantastic. There, he comes with a wrench? Okay, he comes with a wrench. I'm not 100% sure what that's about, but he does, in fact, come with a wrench. This is the mini comic right here. Then we have this. Of course, these are good cases, and I like that they got the exploding thing on the background and everything, but really, there's not much to say about this except for the fact that we got a classic card back here, and then, of course, we have the artwork right here, and that's something we're going to look at here real soon. We're going to go in and zoom in on that. Looks like we'll get 2 different heads, which is cool, because, like, right here, I like this Fang-Or thing right here, where it's the fangs are coming down, but I'm also not 100% sold on the, how do I put it? I know he can't eat. Like, it's just his fangs, but I know the idea is that they come out and then he could, like, use them like tusks and bar into you and whatnot. It is really cool. He's a really cool design. In fact, he's one of the snake men that actually stands out over like the other ones that you see. But I will say, is that sword a different color now? Or am I imagining that? Oh, maybe it's just the lighting, because that is still a reddish color. There it's the reddish color. And down here it's still, yeah, that's probably, I was thinking maybe that was a gray all of a sudden, but maybe not. So let's go up here real quick. Not much to do here in the zoom in. Like I said, I'm not hugely sold on the wrestling belt thing, but I do like that we've got that gold color right here. And please let it be gold. I know maybe some people are getting a little tired of me calling that out, but look, just like you guys did with Teela, the Teela Zoar pack that you released, you showcased these characters, and you showed that she was going to have gold, and she came with yellow. Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen, these toys are now exclusive toys that are being sold on Mattel Creations, okay? That means that they are basically being marketed, and I get the idea that Motu needs to sell to kids if it's ever going to survive, but we know, let's be honest about it, this is Motu. And as it is, in fact, Motu, we know that these toys here are being marketed to adults. Let's just put it on the table. You can need the kid market as much as you need it, and you can want it, and you can try everything you can do to get a hold of it. And I'm not saying don't do that, because yes, if kids never pick up this line, it will die with us. It will die with us. You want that? Maybe you'd like to see your toys go to your grave with you. That's fine, whatever. But just like years ago, there were so many other properties that you could think of and other toys that simply are just dead. They don't continue. They don't continue because the people that grow up stop collecting toys, stop caring about toys. Not everybody's like us. And then when that generation of people moves on or dies, heaven forbid, because it does happen, when they die, let's be honest about it, that's it, man. That's it. The toy line goes with them. It's just a thing of the past, and it doesn't continue, and it doesn't mean anything. But if you want these things to survive the test of time, then they have to be at some point caught up, and kids have to be interested in them. Kids have to want to be a part of it. Now, that all being said, blatantly, and this is like a silver color all of a sudden. It's that gray toy color. I'm very confused about the swords. That being said, this guy, if you're going to show him in gold, he needs to come in gold because you are primarily selling to adult audiences with this line. And as such, we want to know what it is we are buying because we are particular about it in many ways. And if you keep doing it, if you keep showing it one way and then producing it another and it's not quite right, then that'll be the end of it. We'll stop buying. It's the truth of the matter. We'll stop buying. And maybe I'm not the only one that feels that way. Maybe I am the only one that feels that way. But what I'm saying is if you're going to take pictures of these figures and showcase this is what you guys are buying, Okay, I can't find this on a toy shelf either, so this is another thing that's really important. I can't find it on a toy shelf. So since I can't find it at retail, I'm relying on these pictures to tell me what it is I am buying into. And if you've lied to me, then we're going to start having real problems. Because I need these characters to be what you advertise them to be. Like this guy here, I can see that that's not going to be a chromish silver color. I'm 100% on board with that. Look, he's got the yellow. All of this stuff here is fine as long as I know what I'm buying into when I buy into it. So it brings us back to this. That better be gold. That better be gold. That better be gold. That better be gold. If it's not, we are going to start having real problems, and we may have to start making some statements. Because it's true. You can't continually showcase something and then not sell it to us that way. And by the way, that sword, is that a reddish color? And that might still be the grayish color. Now, just to put that into perspective with everybody real quick, I am red-green deficient. So maybe this is always a gray color and they're using red lights and it's bouncing the light maybe just right. I don't know. I don't know. He's got his wrench here. Maybe he's like mechanic guy. Maybe he's really hardcore and scary, but maybe he's also the mechanic of something. I don't know. I don't know how this guy. I don't know anything about this dude other than he is really cool, and he seems to me to be like one of the generals of the Snake Men armies or whatever. That's the intention or the impression that I get from him. Before we go on to that part, mini comic is going to be pretty cool. I'll enjoy that. I've enjoyed all the little mini comics for what they are. I've mentioned that already. Oh, no. He doesn't have two heads. He has a set of teeth that pop on to this. That's interesting. That's different. Okay, cool. So he'll come with a sword. It does look like it's a gray color. He'll come with teeth. And he'll come with a wrench. Okay, that's cool, though. That's cool. Let's check this out. Let's see this, because... Okay, we got Fang-Or popping up here. He's jumping. He's got his teeth out. That's really cool. I really like that. He does have a silver sword, so the gray one does make sense. We got Hero right here, and I don't have any real experience with him, and I haven't been able to buy a single one yet, so I don't have anything other than the images I've seen. He just kind of seems like a battle mage to me, which is pretty cool, but yeah. We got, man, that's pretty cool right there. This defense tower in the back, that would be cool. I wonder if they'll sell something like that, like smaller play sets. You know what I mean? Like not big ones, but smaller ones that just fit. You know what I'm thinking of? You know what I'm thinking about? Remember Lego? And they used to release the big sets that you could get. But then there were little sets that would be like for one or two little figures. So they'd be like, here's your 2 Lego men. Here's your little skull tower set or whatever. Or a tiny prison tower or whatever. And it's like the $14 set that you would buy as opposed to the $25 tower as opposed to the $60 castle. That's what these remind me of. And I would not be against little smaller sets that kind of add on to the overall bigger ones. So you sell like a big set like Grayskull. Then you sell like a Grayskull tower, and you sell like the Point Dread that goes on top of it. That kind of idea, I'm not against that at all. I'm okay with the idea that we buy characters and we buy smaller sets that then build into a bigger thing as we go. I'm cool with that. I actually think that's a really good idea if they start going that way. So that would be really cool. Man, there she is, man. That Lady Slither is fantastic. I mean, it's really cool. She's got that curved knife, which is really cool, and just her overall appearance is really, really eye-catching. This is magnificent. By the way, a thing about this box real quick, now that I'm looking at it, it's one of those ones where you can just slide the back out. So you'll be able to slide the back out, and all this art will be preserved. That's actually really cool. Yeah, it is. See how that goes around? It's not glued on there in the one little... These are the best. These are the best. Anytime a Mattel exclusive comes out, I feel like it should have this kind of cover. Because then for somebody like me that likes to save this artwork, it's a very simple thing. I just grab it, pull the card out, keep the card. That is fantastic. Let's figure out our final details on this guy right here. Masters of the Universe Origin Fang-Or action figure. First Motu Origins figure of the character ever, so he's never been done before, which is pretty cool. Comes with a curved blade, a wrench, and 2 sets of interchangeable fangs. Okay, so the mouth must come off, even the one that's on him, which also means that he can be toothless, I guess, which is kind of funny in a way, if you want the truth. Maybe I could even do like a picture, like with my action figure photography, where somebody punches him in the mouth and he has no teeth. That might be kind of funny. 5.5, which we come to expect. That's the standard of Origins, which is good. How do I put this? Stick with what you're doing. The reason I call that out and say that is because I have seen toy lines where they mess that up. In fact, you could call out the DC Multiverse stuff from the McFarlane toys for being a little all over the place with its scaling, and it kind of confuses me sometimes where they're like, these are 7-inch figures, and I'm like, but are they? Because sometimes they're like way too big or way too small. You get the idea? It seems a little funny to me sometimes that like 4 different Batmans will come out and they're all like different sizes, but from around the same era. You get the idea. That's what I'm talking about. So I like the fact that they've been very good about sticking to the body caps and everything, which they have to if they want this line to keep the way that it's supposed to be, because they're supposed to be like interchangeable where you can take the parts off and whatnot, which is cool. Includes mini comic that tells his origin story, of course, we mentioned that, and a collector-friendly sliding blister package, which, and then look, colors and decorations may vary. You're not going to be gold, are you? You're not going to be gold, are you? Okay. So I feel like I stumbled upon that one. I don't think he's going to be gold. I can't help but read that and then think to myself that they just basically completely confirmed he's not going to be gold. Expect that really good, sharp gold color to be something that they added to theirs, and we would have to go out of our way to add to ours. That he's going to probably be that yellowish color or a dimmed gold. I'll cross my fingers. This guy's coming out at $20, and he doesn't have a huge amount of accessories, and he's coming out at $20, which puts him at least $2 above the normal, which maybe, hopefully, that we're paying for deco, maybe that's Paint App, maybe, I don't know. I'm hoping. I'll cross my fingers and hope, but I got a feeling that we're looking at another Tila situation here where they promised gold on the Tila. They didn't promise because they can put it down there in the fine print. Oh, by the way, colors may vary. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Look, now that I'm getting into action figure photography, I can tell you that sometimes lighting and everything like that is very important, but I can also tell you that the pictures that I take, I'm not purposely touching them up to make them bigger than what they are. I'm just taking decent pictures, okay? And I can also tell you that I would feel a little bit like a fraud if I went in and took the picture of the figure and then went in and did a bunch of color correction and stuff like that to make the figure look better than it actually was, and then sold it. You get where I'm getting at that? So that's where my difference comes. I know these are promotional pictures, but as the promotional pictures, they're meant to promote and sell the product. And since there's no other way for us to look at this product, we need to know that the pictures that we're seeing are what we are going to be buying. Otherwise, you're lying. And it's not the same thing as when somebody does action figure photography and does like custom paint jobs or something like that to sell their cool Gundam figure in terms of the pictures. So they got a Gundam and they do him up real nice and they put him on there and they showcase him and he's really cool and they do a bunch of pictures and you're like, oh man, these Gundams are sick. That's different than you selling a product and blatantly showing us what we won't be buying. That I'm not okay with. I really hope this practice goes the wayside and goes the wayside fast. That has to stop. It's dishonest. It would be no more or less dishonest if I was on eBay and I took pictures of my Battle Cat, right? But I colored mine and went in and added effects like actual blood on the fangs and things like that and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, he's like that. He's really cool. And then you buy him, and what I do is I just send you a stock Battle Cat that I just happen to still have in box, and I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. And then you get him and you're like, where's the blood? Where's all the cool effects? Where's the leaky fangs? And no, I didn't promise any of that. Remember, colors may vary. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's not okay. It's dishonest business. And I stick by that it's dishonest business. Just absolute flat line. It's dishonest business. If this is an exclusive, if it is online, if this is the only way that we can get it, and the only way for me to gauge the quality of the figure is by the pictures that you put out, I need to know what I'm buying. Otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, and I know this wouldn't hold up in court, but as far as I'm concerned, that is false advertisement. I need to see the figure. Case in point, we're going to give it to McFarlane real quick, okay? When you looked at the pictures of his newest Batman that came out, let me just go back here, get this Batman right here. This is it. This is it. And this is right. And this is the exact Batman. Yeah, they lit him nice and everything. They did good lighting and everything when they took the picture. But this is him. This is the Batman that they specifically claimed they would sell. And the images that I saw were this Batman. And when I bought it, I got this Batman. That's the yellow belt. That's the blue. That's the gray. That's the oval. That's the face. As far as I could tell, the images that they showcased on their website turned out to be the exact Batman that I bought. That is good advertising. They did a professional photo shoot with the toy that they were going to sell and said, check it out. This is what you're buying. And you said, that looks fantastic. And you bought it. And if you were to do the exact same setup that they did, you could take that picture with that Batman because you bought that Batman. He didn't have a gold belt for some reason. His oval didn't glow or something like that for some reason, like they added a bunch of paint that you weren't actually going to get. They didn't do that. They didn't lie to you on that one. You could probably argue that the Batmobile, I don't know, the 1980s Batmobile might have been touched up. I would have to go back and look at that. See, I had no interest in that. It's cool that they were releasing an 80s Batmobile. Absolutely, that's cool. That's a fantastic Batman. I love that Batman. I watch that Batman. Still, even to this day, I still watch that movie. But, see, when they said we're selling a big giant Batmobile, I said, cool, but, I only got so much space. So, cool, I'll pass, and I'll watch people's videos about how cool it was. And the Batmobile that I plan to get, the one that I want, because I know it will take up space, but it looks really cool and unique and then fits a cool atmosphere, that I'm going to add it to my Superpowers line. I want that Batmobile with the Batman and Robin to go inside of it. And it's kind of like a throwback to the 60s, but at the same time, it's like right there in the era of Batman that I loved the most. And at the same time, it's offset from that era and modernized. That Batmobile looks fantastic. It's just cool enough and new enough to be like modern, but still kick back to the 80s, and the Batman and Robin that will go inside of that is still a kickback even to the 60s that I grew up watching on, on the TV land or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. That is the Batmobile that I want if I'm going to waste space. 80s Batmobile, very cool, but I saw that after a bunch of people got it, they had to do paint touch-ups and stuff like that. So maybe McFarlane isn't perfect in this aspect. Maybe he plays the game too. But if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. I really want them to stop this practice. The images that we see need to be the figure that we buy. Period. Otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, it is dishonest. But that's enough rambling out of me. Fang-Or is slithering in, and he is going to be awesome. Get your money ready and buy him on the 8th, because you will only have one shot at this guy. It will limit us 3 to a customer, and I have a feeling that this guy will sell. The last couple ones that went up on Mattel Exclusives did not sell out the way that I expected them to sell out. Like, they really didn't. In fact, so look, I'm going to go to Mattel Collectors here. I'm going to go to Shop All. And I'm going to show you what I mean real quick. So let me come in here. And we're going to scale me down here. And I just want to show you what I mean real quick. So, like, this guy I have a feeling is going to sell out. I really do. But people that were freaked out about Vicron, you could still get him. Is right there. I don't think he's not sold out. You could still get more Vicron. If you want more Vicron, he's still very much a thing. You could still get her, which this one actually did surprise me. I really did expect her to sell. But yeah, Dark Lynn, you could still get Dark Lynn. And this one, maybe people thought this was overpriced, but you could still get this. You could still get Motherboard, which kind of surprises me that these are not selling out the way they were. And this was on the Mattel exclusive as well, and it's from the Mega Bloks collectors, the Mega Constructs stuff. And you can still get this. You can still get the main central tower of the Eternian playset from them. So what I'm telling you is that some of these guys that I thought were going to be exclusive and were going to hang around, that were going to go real fast, they're still purchasable, like with no problem whatsoever. And that does kind of, this, I expected this to still be here because people don't want to pay $150 for this set. I'm sorry, I called them out back when I did that video. You can check that out if you want. I called them out for that, and I still do. Now, once you get down far enough, like these are exclusives, but yeah, I expect these to kind of sit around for a while and stuff like that. But now we're down to the stuff that just, you know, it's sold out and they're not getting it back in stock. Not that these were exclusives, but you could tell, like this, when this guy showed up, he was gone, and he was gone fast. When this showed up, it was gone, and it was gone fast. So there are these ones that come out, these exclusives, that if you don't act on it right then and there, you don't get it. Frogmonger showed up. Frogmonger hopped out of the store faster than crap, man. It's just the way that it was, man. If you didn't jump right on him, you weren't getting him. Even the Sunman Space Sumo sold out. So it has surprised me that some of these are sticking around the way they are. But I have a feeling that this is going to be one of the guys, just like Frogmonger. He's going to go up, and then he's going to go away. And that's going to be it. That's going to be your chance. If you didn't act on your chance, you didn't have your chance. So I'm just saying, I think he's going to go fast. It's limit 3 to a customer. Get in there and get him as soon as you can, because I don't think you're going to come around 5 days later like you can with Vicron and whatnot, and then, you know, pick him up later on. Which, by the way, Vicron, one of the best Masterverse figures released, period. I honestly believe that. I just think his design is so Conan the Barbarian. It is awe-inspiring. It is awesome. It is way, way better. I know I'm going to get shit for this. It is way better than the Vicron that we got in Classics. 100% better. It just, to me, it is. Anyways, guys, that's enough out of me. Go buy Fang-Or. Awesome. Let me get out of here.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.